When you use dumbbells to train your chest, you create a freer range of motion, which activates a greater number of muscle fibers responsible for stabilization and helps you build more proportional looking pecs. As opposed to a barbell, dumbbells force your chest and arms to work unilaterally, helping you develop an even amount of strength on each side, which prevents muscle imbalances. It also doesn't hurt that you can use dumbbells pretty much anywhere, whether that's at the gym or at home. So today I want to go over 9 of the best dumbbell exercises for a nicer chest. And it's no secret that one of the best chest exercises out there is the regular dumbbell press. But I want to start with an underutilized variation, the incline neutral grip dumbbell press. This variation targets your chest differently because it allows the dumbbells to travel through a wider movement pattern, placing a greater stretch on the pecs at the bottom of each of your reps and keeping the tension on them even at the top. Other than hand position, it's performed almost exactly like a regular dumbbell press. So you're going to grab 2 heavy dumbbells, take a seat on an inclined bench, and place the dumbbells on your thighs close to your knees. Make sure to first retract your shoulder blades and lay back. Kick the dumbbells back up one at a time and then bring them over your chest with your hands in a neutral position. Arc your back and stick your chest out without raising your hips up off the bench. And from there, drive through your legs as you press the dumbbells straight up towards the ceiling. Don't bring the dumbbells together at the top like you would with a fly. Instead, keep the tension on your chest by keeping them apart and then lower back down, get a nice wide stretch at the bottom, and press right back up with the dumbbells still apart. Then repeat for reps. Keep in mind, there are major benefits to regular dumbbell presses as well, so don't get rid of them in exchange for these. Instead, just switch up your grip every so often when you change up your workouts. Next is an exercise that provides a concentric, eccentric, and isometric contraction for your pecs, the crush press, also known as the hex press. But I want you to think of it as the crush press because the more you focus on crushing the dumbbells together, the more effective the exercise will be for your chest. To perform this on a flat bench, start with the dumbbells on your knees just like before. Then lay back and bring the dumbbells together in a neutral position until they're pressed against each other right above the center of your chest. From there, squeeze the dumbbells tight together and press them straight up towards the ceiling, over the line of your chest. Then stop right before locking out your elbows to keep all that tension on the chest. After that, you'll lower the dumbbells back down towards your chest and your hands should end up either at your lower chest or around your upper abs. Remember to keep pressing the dumbbells together and squeezing your pecs the whole way through your repetition. Then press back up and repeat for reps. Another exercise that you can do anywhere with the dumbbells to isolate your pecs is, of course, the dumbbell fly. Just like with the bench press, you can do this at a flat incline or decline angle. To perform these on a flat bench, you would take a seat with the dumbbells on your knees, and once again, before beginning, you want to make sure to retract your shoulder blades so that your chest is sticking out. Then lay back and raise the dumbbells straight over your chest. Next, lower the dumbbells to your sides, following a wide arc-like path while maintaining a slight bend in each of your elbows. This is very important. Make sure you avoid the common mistake of performing your reps with your elbows locked out, as this will put extra strain on the biceps and the elbows and take a lot of the tension off of your chest. You can also get a better stretch by going down further, but to avoid shoulder problems, it's very important that you don't go down too far during the fly. The dumbbells shouldn't really go much lower than about even with the chest. From there, you want to return the dumbbells in the same wide arc-like path to the original starting position over your chest. Then repeat for reps. An old school tip that still helps to this day is to concentrate on moving your arms in a motion that looks like you're hugging a tree. Also, if bringing the dumbbells down even with your chest still bothers your shoulders, you can either not go so low or do a variation on the floor. The floor will stop your elbows and prevent you from going too low. And our next exercise is actually the dumbbell floor press, which will allow you to do a couple unique things. First, if you have a spotter, you can grab heavier weights than you would normally use for regular dumbbell presses, since you'll only have to cover a much shorter range of motion. The other great benefit is that on every rep, you'll come to a dead stop at the bottom. This is important because all of your muscles have a natural stretch reflex, almost like a rubber band that wants to pull back together when you stretch it apart. But when you pause and relax at the bottom, it takes that stretch reflex out, which creates a different type of challenge for your chest and arms to press the dumbbells back up. That's why this exercise is great for building strength and stability. So performing this exercise is pretty straightforward. Start seated on the ground with the dumbbells on your thighs, and kick them back as you lay down with your chest out. From there, press the dumbbell straight up towards the ceiling. Then lower back down until your elbows come to a dead stop against the floor. Then press back up and repeat for reps. As you're doing this, remember to not flare your elbows out and keep them at about a 45-degree angle from your ribs. Keep in mind that as you get heavier and heavier with the dumbbells that you use, you'll most likely have to get a spotter to hand the dumbbells to you on the ground. Next, we have an exercise that'll only require one of your dumbbells, pullovers. Now, there are a couple ways that you can do this exercise to put more focus on the lats, and there are other ways that you can do it to put more tension on the chest. So to begin, start by sitting perpendicular to the bench. You can lay parallel along the bench, but as you get to heavier weight loads, it'll be beneficial to have your hips hanging off the bench as a counterbalance to the weight. So sit on the bench with a dumbbell in an upright position at your side. From there, slide down the bench until your shoulder blades and head are on the bench. Then grab the dumbbell by placing one hand on top of the other in what looks like a diamond shape. Make sure you're holding the head of the dumbbell, so the weight portion, not the bar in between the weights. Then you're going to press and raise it straight up above your chest. That'll be your starting position. And from there, you'll lower the weight down up above your head in an arc-like path until you feel a nice stretch. Then return the dumbbell following that same arc-like path until you're back at the starting point over your chest. Then repeat for reps. Another unorthodox chest exercise that I found to work very well is the standing crossbody dumbbell raise. Since this exercise is performed standing, it'll also target your shoulder, but surprisingly, it does a great job at hitting the chest as well. To begin, start standing straight up with one dumbbell in your hand. This dumbbell should be relatively light. Then you're going to raise the dumbbell up at an angle towards your opposite shoulder. So you're going to come up and across your body. When you get as far across as you can go, hold it there for a second and really squeeze your pec before lowering back down the same way that you raise the dumbbell up, and then repeat for reps. Also, you can perform this exercise with two dumbbells at the same time, but I feel I'm able to get a better contraction with one dumbbell coming up all the way across my body. Next is an exercise that you can use to help target more of your upper chest on a flat bench, the reverse grip dumbbell press. Start by grabbing a pair of dumbbells that are lighter than what you would typically use on a regular dumbbell press, and then take a seat on a flat bench. From there, just like before, lay back and bring the weights up over your chest with your hands in a neutral position. Next, you'll want to rotate your hands into a supinated position with your palms facing up towards you. And then press the weights straight up in an arc-like path going from over the line of your sternum to over the line of your shoulders. Then slowly lower back down and repeat for reps. Keep in mind that as you do your reps, your elbows will be a lot closer to your body than when you're performing regular dumbbell presses. You want to allow them to stay close to the ribs and make sure that you're not flaring them out, as that's an easy way to get an injury. Another great stabilization building exercise that works your chest and your back is the Renegade Row push-up combo. For this one, you'll start by getting on all fours with two dumbbells in your hands. Then walk your feet out into a push-up position. You want to keep your body in a straight line from the back of your head to your heels, with your chest out and your shoulder blades back. Before beginning, you'll want to shift your body weight slightly towards the opposite side that you'll be rowing on by rotating your torso away from that side to prevent yourself from falling over once the weight is lifted up off the ground and that weight is pulling you down. When doing this, you want to also remember to not turn too far. You only want to be a couple inches higher on one side than the other. So from there, retract your shoulder and lift the dumbbell off the ground while still allowing your arm to hang straight down. Then while squeezing your core tight to stay in that same position, row back by pulling your elbow up towards the ceiling. Once the dumbbell comes up to your chest, lower it slowly back down to the ground and then repeat the same exact thing on the other side. Finally, you're going to perform 2 push-ups on the dumbbells and then repeat the whole thing for reps. Finally, for our last exercise, we have the single arm dumbbell press, and you can perform this on a flat, incline, or decline bench. This exercise is great at helping to build up your stabilization strength in your core, your chest, and your arms. All of these stabilizer muscles that get stronger can then ultimately be used to lift a heavier weight load when using 2 dumbbells at the same time. So this is done just like a regular dumbbell press. You'll lay back on a flat bench and bring the weight over your chest, then press straight up towards the ceiling. As you're doing this, you'll definitely notice that your body wants to just roll off the bench towards the side that you're using to press. So keep your core tight to resist that force. Then slowly lower the dumbbell back down and repeat for reps. So those are some of my favorite chest building dumbbell exercises that you can start using right away to develop a nicer chest. If you want to combine these into a workout, I would select 3 to 5 of these exercises and perform each for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps with a heavy weight load. So that about wraps it up, guys. I really hope that this video has helped you pick up some new exercises for your chest. To see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if you're not quite sure how to set up your training and nutrition plan just yet to see optimal results, then head on over to my website where you can get a customized nutrition plan based on your preferences, as well as a 42-day workout plan with a full video exercise library and a coach that will make any adjustments and always make sure that you're doing everything correctly. To find out more, you can click the link below in the description, or you can visit my website directly at gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.